Some doctors here in Utah are developing a new roadmap to help high school student athletes recovering from concussions. Head injuries, like a concussion in high school football games, obviously a concern there on the field. But how does it affect student athletes afterwards in the classroom? Intermountain Healthcare now teaming up with the Alpine School District to launch what they call a Return to Learn program for students suffering from concussions. To join me now to explain, Dr. Darren Campbell, a sports medicine expert. He's a physician there at Intermountain Healthcare. Dr. Campbell, thanks for being with us here today.
Brian, you bet. It's good to be here.
It feels like concussions are getting a lot more attention in sports these days.
Well, concussions have been an issue, I think, for a while, but they've gained more and more attention really because we're changing the way we take care of them. We're starting to have more of an active approach. No longer do we just sit in a room and wait for days to feel better before we go back to doing things. And so there's been a change in the focus because we can do more.
And I think I don't know how much people realize how much schools and doctors are thinking about concussions for high school student athletes.
Well, for student athletes in high school and younger, it's a big deal because so much of their life revolves around school. And so we focused on return to play in the past, trying to keep them safe as they return back to a sport where they could get hit in the head again. But what we really haven't focused on is what do we need to do in the classroom to return them back to that classroom work, return them back to really their regular lives. That may be a more important piece.
Yeah, I'm sure the coaches and obviously the players love to have their player who suffered a concussion back in the field, but for them this everyday life involves school and the learning there for them.
And I think we leave out a large number of students. We focus on those athletes that have this happen in sports. What we find in our concussion clinic is there's more people who have concussions in regular life, not just in sports. So for them, school is really their life.
So this applies to them as well.
This applies to everyone.
So what does the program do? How do you track their progress and get them back to class after a concussion?
Well, it's a delicate process and changes even sometimes day to day, but it's a progression. You work through what they can do, add in different accommodations. So, for example, if someone has quite a bit of visual symptoms, you can teach them with more lectures and things they can listen to. Lots of different adjustments to help them get through the material and not get so far behind or have such a big hole to fill of the stuff that they've missed.
And so how do you monitor their progress as they go from stage to stage here?
That's really what's so important about what's just happened recently. As we've been doing that as a medical team, and we're not in the classroom, so we can't change according to those nuances of what they're doing. So what we were hoping for was a partnership with the school districts to let those professional educators make those changes because they're with those students every day. They can see how they're handling each day, their class load, and make adjustments.
And so you have teachers in the Alpine School District, obviously the first to be able to implement this there in their district. So they're the ones who are looking at those students and kind of monitoring their progress.
Yes, and so that's an important partnership, and it was a great step for them to take to say, we'll own this because we're professional educators. We'll partner with you, you manage them medically, and we'll help with this lane that we're taking care of. And it really fits with our multi-specialty approach. They're part of that treatment team in that respect, and it gives them the power and the tools to do so, which is a change. It really hasn't been done, and so what a great step by Alpine School District.
Yeah, so if you're a parent out there, you're thinking, okay, maybe I'd like to get my kids some information on this or look more into it. How do they connect with the Intermountain Healthcare to find out about this program?
So they can connect with us at our Utah Valley Sports Medicine Clinic and Concussion Clinic. We can make available some Intermountain contact information.
And of course, if you want to learn more about Return to Learn, we'll have that on our website as well, abc4.com/GMU. Talking this morning here with Dr. Darren Campbell. He's a doctor of sports medicine there at Intermountain Healthcare. Dr. Campbell, thanks for being with us again.
You bet. You bet. Thanks.